of Johannesburg officials and emergency services are on standby to deal with fireworks bylaws compliance. The operation includes licensing and the use of fireworks in and around the metro. Joining us is Johannesburg Emergency Management Services spokesperson Robert Molaudzi. Very good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time. You have been hard at work, I understand, when it comes to ensuring that the bylaws are adhered to and there's some level of compliance around fireworks. Talk to us about what you aiming to achieve this year.
Good morning and morning to the viewers. Yes, we would like to thank you for this opportunity. As you are aware, when we celebrate the coming year, we normally have, the tradition which we have in the city of Johannesburg and maybe even in other parts of the country where people use, fireworks. And if you look at the pattern in the previous years, especially in the city of Johannesburg, we've had situations where we've had a number of incidents where people are getting injured while they're using fireworks, especially younger children who are, left alone to use these fireworks, and also the people who are, using the fireworks under the influence of alcohol. We took upon it ourselves as a city of Johannesburg Emergency Management Services, to make sure that we go out there through our public education to educate our communities about the safe use of these fireworks. And also, we will appreciate it if maybe our residents don't even have to buy these fireworks, because, we cannot really continue to see situations where people are being injured while they're using these fireworks. However, we say as and when they're using the fireworks, they need to make sure that they use them safely. They don't give them to young kids. They don't use fireworks while they are under the influence of alcohol. And of course, our residents also, we're reminding them about the fire service bylaws. You will know that in the city of Johannesburg, we've got bylaws which guide us as and when we're conducting our day-to-day activities as residents. So on this occasion also, we've got the bylaws which regulates the safe use of fireworks during the stipulated times, which is an hour before midnight and also an hour after midnight. So it will be 11 to 1 in the morning. And then after that, the residents are not expected to continue to be using fireworks, because you will know that we have got a lot of distributors, wholesalers and dealers who, most of them, they don't comply with our fire service bylaws. They don't have the required documentation.
What do those requirements look like, Robert? Because a lot of people may not know.
Yes.
I mean, you may see somebody on the side of the road selling fireworks, and then you go out and purchase. What should one be looking out for to ensure that they are buying from the right people?
Yes, hence I was explaining to say that we're targeting these dealers. The dealers are required to have compliance certificates. The compliance certificate could have been issued by us as the fire service long time ago, because these sellers are required to apply through the office of the Chief of Emergency Services, whereby our office will issue that compliance certificate. And then also there's another compliance certificate which is issued by the South African Police Service Explosive Unit. When one has got those required documentation, one will be in a position to sell those fireworks. However, there are also other requirements where those fireworks are supposed to be stored in the required glass cabinets, because fireworks are not like fake cakes where you can just put them in a bucket and stand in the street and sell them. They are highly flammable. So there are those requirements like fire extinguishers, hose reels, which one will have to comply with when you're selling these fireworks. So those are some of the things we're looking at to these wholesalers and distributors. We have seen in the past where distributors will make copies of this documentation which have been issued to try and give it to, a friend or a shop next door to use the very same compliance certificate. So this is what we're looking at. So if these dealers or wholesalers are not complying, unfortunately, because we have got a responsibility to make sure that we celebrate this New Year's Eve safely, we'll have to issue fines, which will range from 1,500 upwards, and also we'll have to confiscate those excessive fireworks which might be stored in one store, because you will know that those fireworks are highly flammable. They might cause fire incidents in those stores or buildings which are they're stored. So that is what we are doing now. The reason is not to harass people out there, but to make sure that people are getting into the new year safely. We don't have injuries of people who are getting injured while they're using these fireworks. And of course, those who are selling it, the fireworks, they're selling them in compliance with our City of Johannesburg bylaws.
You mentioned fire extinguishers. What other criteria is used to ensure that retailers are compliant?
Yes, the dealers and retailers, they've got a list which they normally get when they visit our offices in terms of compliance. That list will tell them all the required items like the fire service equipment, which I said, fire extinguishers, hose reels, so that those requirements are required so that if as and when there is an emergency in that particular building or a shop, they can be able to deal with that fire during its incipient phase. And of course, as I said, that glass cabinet where they will store those fireworks. And in the storeroom, there is a certain capacity of the storage whereby they are supposed to store these fireworks. So you will know that people out there will take a chance to try and store excessively, large quantities of these fireworks. Hence, we throughout this week we have been conducting this bylaws compliance operation together with our colleagues from JMPD in order to make sure that we get into the new year safely. We reduce or prevent the number of incidents which we know that might occur as and when people are getting into the new year. So I will say from our side, we are ready also to respond to emergencies, be it fires, rescue incidents, water-related emergencies, as we know that we are, we've been receiving a lot of rainfall throughout the city. So all our 30 fire stations throughout the city of Johannesburg are fully operational. All our specialized teams, be it our urban search and rescue unit, our aquatic rescue unit, and also our firefighters on the ground, all of us, we're ready to make sure that our residents in the city of Johannesburg get into the new year safely. If we come across any incidents which might be reported throughout the city, we can effectively and respond to those emergencies as quickly as possible.
Very well. Thank you so much for that update. Johannesburg Emergency Management Services spokesperson Robert Molaudzi giving and heeding a word of caution as many prepare to have their fireworks display, saying that fines will be implemented up to R1,000